20 years old, I'm from Greece, and I'm participating to an ESC project here in Italy, in Calabria, in a very beautiful place that is called Amantea. So basically this video is going to be about the experiences of many volunteers that also participate to this kind of projects all around Italy. They're going to speak to us about their experiences, what they liked, what they didn't like, maybe if they were useful for them in their lives, anything they would like to say, and they're also going to say maybe some things about this pandemic situation we had, COVID-19, and here in Italy we had this big lockdown. So let's see what happened and let's hear all of them.
Hey, I am George. I'm doing volunteer in Palermo with the ESC project. My project name is Creativity, Resilience and Empowerment for Young People. So my project is about projects that are happening inside the office and also outside, like local action or even voluntary in the town, in the city of Palermo. And we've been dealing a lot with the COVID because suddenly we got put inside quarantine and we had to put a bit break on our project. So we had to adapt. We adapt to working online on a lot of stuff, doing classes online, presentations, interviews, people, and somehow we adapted to manage the situation to the COVID problems. And after 2 months, it got better. We are already going to the office. So as far as my part, we are now getting involved in activities inside the office with the other people from the office. So it's really nice that now the things are starting to get piano to the normal. The project is resuming as it should be, and let's see how it's going to be.
Hi, my name is Ingrid. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Norway. Last year I was participating in an European Solidarity Corps project in Camini, Calabria. I was staying there for 2 months and I was living in an apartment with 2 other volunteers from Romania and Lithuania. During the week we were working with different types of projects. I was working mainly in the office, but I also worked a lot with the children in the kindergarten and with dance lessons. And almost every Friday we had something called Girls' Night, where we invited both women and children, but only girls, from the village, and we had different activities like dancing and talking, doing makeup or nails or something like this. And because we didn't know each other's languages, we had to communicate with non-verbal communication, and that was really challenging but also very fun, and I learned a lot about communication, so I think it was really nice. And the way I heard about this project was through my uncle, who has told me a lot about different projects all over Europe. And I really like these types of projects because you get to learn a lot about different cultures and yourself at least, and about life in general. So I can really recommend these types of projects, and it's really fun.
Hello, my name is Mary. I'm 24 years old. I'm French. I'm in Madeira in Italy to make a volunteers with Tolba. Tolba is an association who helps migrants and refugees. And my mission are to help the association with support migrants and refugees with the paper, with appointment, and also to participate to Italian lesson and to help children with homework. Another mission is also to make some activities with the population to have they can have a sensibilization about this topic. With the quarantine, it was a little complicated to manage all this mission. I wrote an article about discrimination because it's also my studies. We try to also manage some events online. and now like the restrictions are less. We try to begin to do some projects with migrants and refugees. Ciao.
Ciao, my name is Fiona, I'm from Austria and I'm currently doing my European voluntary service in Pesaro. I'm working in a centro giovanile, it's a kind of a youth center. I'm working with young people between 8 and 18 years and I really like the work, I really like the colleagues and the activities we do. Now we work a bit different because of coronavirus. I really like it because I can get in touch with the visitors of the youth center and everything is getting better, like the coronavirus situation, which I really like. And in general I can say that it was the best decision for me to do an European voluntary service because I think the experiences you're making are so of high value and like you can learn a lot for your life. And it was the perfect decision for me doing it before studying because I wanted to take my time to experience something new, to experience things with other people from around the world. And I'm living together in a shared apartment with 2 other boys, like one from France, one from Austria, and we get along really well. And yeah, I just really like the multicultural ambiente, the environment, and I think you can learn a lot from this year. So I'm so happy that I took the decision, and yeah, I'm pretty happy to like spend the last weeks here in Italy until end of June, and it's gonna be really amazing and I really appreciate the time and I'm really thankful.
What an amazing adventure has been to do EVS in Italy. It's been I feel a growing experience and very not always easy, but in the end very beautiful and meaningful. I feel very grateful to have this opportunity to come here. We lost a lot of opportunities and other things that our colleagues past and hopefully future will have. But I think we also gained a lot of things. It was a bit scary in the beginning. For me it was very scary. But after you get used, you learn new things about yourself. You need the night to see the stars. Super cliche. I'm so sorry for that. And I feel that this has been a really great experience, like really life-changing. That I will come back a different person, and I think a better version of myself, because I learn new skills. I have a lot of fun. Meet a lot of amazing people, Italians and colleagues, volunteers from other places, and it's so beautiful to find the similarities and celebrate your difference. So this has really been a fantastic experience.
Hello, my name is Claudia and I come from Austria, and I'm currently in beautiful Italy in the south, in the region Basilicata and Matera, and I'm 19 years old, and so I finished with high school about a year ago, and then I decided to make an European Solidarity Corps project, and I cooperate with the association Tolba, which works with immigrants, and my tasks are more or less to help with after-school classes, with some language classes for immigrants. Also, we're organizing a lot of projects to really get the local population in contact with the immigrants, and to really create some empathy with the immigrants, and to dismantle this xenophobia. And I arrived in March, so that was the perfect time period for the lockdown. So at first I really lived at home with my luckily very nice housemates from Portugal and from France. But it was a bit of a weird experience because more or less 2 months I lived in a city which I never had the chance to really discover. But now things are luckily getting better, and I'm also volunteering with the civic protection, and we're doing a lot of projects like distributing some masks and some gloves, also to give some information material about the coronavirus. And yeah, also we are volunteering with the partner organization to organize some meetup events to learn some English and to learn about other cultures and stuff like this. And right now, with my colleagues from Tolba, I'm trying to organize some meetup events. Yeah, this is kind of it, I guess.
Hi, my name is Ivana. I am participating in the volunteering project Take Me to Europe. This project includes several activities, several opportunities at school, at municipalities, or for example at the office of the association. I was one of the volunteers who were assisting to teachers and students during the classes, preparing the activities and so on. I arrived in February in the beginning, and it wasn't a long time for me to be at school because, as you know, soon after we had the closure of schools. It was in the end of February. Actually, it was the first thing which was closed here in the south, and we didn't believe it would be so bad at the end. And we thought, like, okay, like after 2 weeks we are going back to school and as students and so on. For example, my flatmates, they also are volunteers for the school, for another school, and they went home to their countries to visit their family, friends, and they were planning to come back to Italy after 1 week, before it will reopen. But unfortunately this is not what happened, and we had the lockdown in Italy, we had lockdown in other countries as well, and borders were closed. It was impossible for them to come back. So I spent my quarantine here only with me, with myself. I had a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I had a lot of time for myself, for the self-reflection and so on. So it was a different kind of experience than I was planning to have, like exploring the outside, exploring the Italian lifestyle. It was more about just about being with myself and traveling inside. But at the end, it was a nice experience.
Ciao a tutti, sono Christian. I'm a European voluntary who is working for the Solidarietà Corpo. I'm making a European voluntary in Italy. Pescara is the city in which I'm living and in which I'm working. Our project here started for me in December, at the end of December. We are working in a project that has the name A Earthquake of Solidarity. So it means that we are working for the reconstruction of the memory in L'Aquila. L'Aquila was the city that suffered the earthquake some years ago. We were 5, but when everything started with the coronavirus, all our flatmates, people that was working with us, come back to the countries. For the moment, we wanted to continue here, trying to finish the project, but we are 2 right now, and we don't know what will happen with that. So I wanted to say, how was the situation during the coronavirus here. I think was the same in for the old voluntary that was out from the country and the home. For me, I think that it was not too bad, no? Okay, excluding no the feeling that you have when you are a little bit far from your family, friend, in this situation that making you suffer a lot. But for me, it was not so bad the situation, because I was with a lot of books that I wanted to read for some months ago, and I was watching a lot of movies, some kind of series. And right now, after we start to improve a little the situation and starting and come back to our work, we don't know what we can make, what we will do, because we were making a lot of work out of home, no, with the people, helping, making interviews, and right now make that it's really difficult. But we will see if it's possible to continue with this kind of work, or we need to change a little bit our project. Nothing more. Ciao tutti.
Ciao, hi. My name is Shia. I am 31 years old. I am from Portugal. In Portugal, I work on the field of heritage, cultural heritage. So it was because of this that I chose Matera to do this ask. Why? Because Matera in 2019 was the European Capital of the Culture, and my association created a project called Human Capital 2019. This project involved 16 volunteers, and the main task was help all the local organizations to create some events, because it was like a crazy year and they need a lot of help. So it was a bit because of this that this project was created. This year, so we are in 2020. So my task was support some activities from my association related with this year, and also to make to help on the last activity that supposedly will be a conference on March, and it was postponed because coronavirus, and I will not stay here to help with the organization. Yeah, so in this project I need to collect some videos and pictures of the last year. I need to create a new material. I need to manage the social media of the association, and collect videos of all the new events and videos and pictures, and try to promote them. Other task was to help my organization, because my organization receive and also send some volunteers, and I need to give some support to short-term volunteers, and I also needed to give some support to the people that want to go abroad. Some language support, for example. Because of this, we organize stand-up nights all the Thursday to talk about some topics, but all the time in English, because Italian people need a bit to practice the English, so it was a way to help them. I also worked with some local organizations. For example, Cibo, it's an organization that collects food and gives to the poor people. Rocha Viva, an association that plants trees, so I planted a lot of trees in Matera. It was nice, but now because of coronavirus these activities stopped, but I started also helping the Protezione Civile and give some masks and to the people, and also to deliver some computers to the students that need to have online classes. During this period, I also started developing some projects. I developed a Solidarity project about intergenerational dialogue, and it was also it was very good for me because I learned how to do this, and it's one of the tasks of my organization also. And we start creating some online events and like tandem nights online. We talked about some topics like discrimination, sustainability, travel, yeah. But now, fortunately, the last week we started with making this face-to-face again, so it was a big step. And yeah, now I will start, I have just more 2 months in Italy, and I will start doing some Portuguese classes. And yeah, it was a nice experience because I am learning more about how to manage also one association, so it will be great for my future. So it's all. Ciao!
I'm from Amalia. I'm from project European Solidarity Corps. I was coming here in August 2019, and I was supposed to come here to stay here 2 months, but my project was so good that I like it here very much. And I was choosing to do another project, a long-term project that was during 6 months, and I was supposed to but because of this problem with the virus, I was staying more. But the experience here is very interesting. I really like it. I was working with immigrants from Syria, Pakistan. That was very interesting because I was having the opportunity to know them, to read them, and to know about their stories. Now with this virus, I was trying to work from home. My project for long term was a little different because I'm supposed to work just on the computer about like digital skills, and I was doing different posts about volunteering, about other students that they're doing volunteering here in Italy. And what I can say, it was a little different just because I was working from home, but changed, let's say. The volunteering project was an opportunity for me to do everything new. I wanted to always do knowing new persons, new things, to starting to learn everything that I can about their culture, about everything. And I can say that this project changed my life. It was like this.
Hello everybody. I'm Gellert from Hungary, and I want to talk a little bit about my volunteering project. When I started to looking for a project, I was very confused because of the huge number of the facilities, but finally I decided to go to Altamura, South Italy, where I work with people with disabilities. This time was also a great facility to experience to be more independent, to live with multicultural people, and to get to know Italian culture. I enjoyed my work so much. The workers were very helpful and kind, and the youngsters were very interested too. The only difficulty was for me the language, which I have never learned before. Fortunately, after 7 weeks, I needed to finish my work because of the pandemic. At the beginning, I thought this whole situation will take just some weeks, but finally we needed to be 2 weeks in quarantine, and even after I couldn't continue my work because of the serious arrangements in my institute. So after 3 months of waiting, I decided to go to home. Although this coronavirus broke my project, I thought I learned many things about the special needs of people with disabilities and teamwork. It was my short volunteering project. Thank you for your attention and have a nice
Hi,
day.
my name is Carolina. I'm 18 and I'm from Portugal. So quarantine was very stressful and depressing. And I guess at the time I always thought coronavirus and quarantine would go away really fast, like 1 month, maybe 2. And it ended up being almost 3 months of quarantine, and it was really challenging. And I never knew I could hold on like at home alone for so long. But I guess with the help of our organizations or friends back home, everything is kind of possible.
Hello everybody, my name is Angelica and I am responsible for a network of youth NGOs called TDN 2000 International. I also work for a local NGO, member of the network, that is called TDN 2000, and I work as a trainer in different fields. One of the most important is the one connected with volunteering, and I train volunteers that arrive in Italy to spend their term here in our country. So what about this period of time during COVID? Actually, it was an interesting period. I'm not a negative person, very positive. I have to say that, of course, it's not been easy to manage with all the situation. You were going out and you were seeing a lot of people very, very scared, afraid, with masks, people that were forced to work and stay in touch with people that were actually quite afraid of getting the virus. But nevertheless, for us, I think, for me, I can talk for myself, it has been a period where, of course, there were restrictions, but we could work. We could work on many project applications, and also we could train volunteers, and also we could do other training. The thing is that everything was online. So you were spending all the time of the day in front of the computer or anyway in front of the video for video calls, video chats, and this was very tiring. At the end of the day, you were feeling very empty because of this. So this has been a negative aspect, but we could, luckily, we have been in this category of people that could still work even during the COVID time. What to say? Of course, I didn't like this fact that I had to stay all the time at home and all the time in my country because I'm used to travel. I do 2-3 travels per month because of my work, and I like this kind of life. So this period of restriction, not being able to travel, it has been very hard from that point of view. Considering the other aspect, the possibility to actually do the trainings, we could do, but if you ask me what I prefer, I definitely tell you that it's much better to have the trainings face to face, to see the people, to understand the emotions of the people, to be able to touch the real feelings. When you have a screen in front of you, it's not the same thing. Still, it's possible to work in this way, and it gives results. But there are also side effects, like the fact that you are much more tired and you do much less things in the same period of time, and the human aspect is the one that you really miss. So that's all. Enjoy your day and be positive. Bye.